couple that is an absolute match made in heaven. The dearest, kindest person in the world. And most of you know at least of the Body Glove and Cynthia. They started Body Glove, and you can't find kinder people. You just can't. And I'd like to invite Bobby and Patti Maestro to say hello.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to say that. The first time I met Jeep was in Cherry Cove, and I saw this guy come by in this little dinghy, and he came up and he says, "Sir," he says, "there's an old guy that's got lost in a dinghy, and we're desperately hunting for him. He's got a bad memory, and we don't know where he's at." And he kind of described him. He had white hair, and he wasn't very good looking or anything. And so he says, "If you could help us look for it, I know you got a real fast boat." At the time, I had a 19-foot whaler with a 175 horsepower motor on it. And he says, and I said, "Well, you know, when I find him, what I call him," he says, "his name's Jeep." So I take this seriously because I was a lifeguard one time, so I jump in my boat and I spend 2 hours. I go clear to Mother's Cove up above Emerald Bay. I search all of Emerald Bay,
But you had a nice
all
ride.
of Holland.
You got a nice ride.
Yeah. And I went into the Isthmus and I'm looking every place. And finally, I discovered that it was Jeep that told me the story. So I've never been able to get even with him. But every time he comes by my boat, he always says, and he's a dear friend, and I hope he has many, many more days.
Yeah, here, here.
I want a hug. He's a great guy. Great guy. Everybody likes him.
If I have anything to say, I love the body.
This is Bobby.
But anyhow, I really did the search for you.
And you found him, here he
Yeah, I
is.
found him.
Now, Bob and Patti don't drink at all, but they keep a full bar and constant food. We all have our flaws.
I've never had a beer in my life, and I've never had a drink on my boat. He met the dog. I take it seriously. Patti drinks though.
She gets hammered.
She's wiped out your Jack Daniels tonight.
There's a little bit left. Can I have some more?
No, you lost your punch already. I did.
So about a month ago, Joyce and I were driving through the harbor, and as always, Bobby calls over with a big smile and invites the boat. And I said, "I can't get out of the boat, Bobby." And so he said, "I got to show you something." So he goes and gets these pictures. They took a very exotic cruise boat, more than 100 miles down into Mexico, and diving for sharks in a shark cage. You know, there's a picture of the shark, and I said, "How big is that?" And he said, "Oh, 16 feet." That's a big shark. And he said, "But that wasn't any fun." So he shows me the next one. He says, "I got out of the shark cage." And he said, "They'd go by and I could pet them." And Joyce said, "Yeah, they could eat you." And Bobby and I agreed that we could have had more fun together in that, on standing in that shark cage. That would have been something you'd never forget. Thank you for all the wonderful time.
Thank you.
Here, here.
Nice guy.